Portugal, a gente bota.
If you love to eat sandwiches, you will love Porto, Portugal.
Portugal.
Yes.
Caramba, velho, linguiça podre.
Yes, pure smoked ham. He's like a chainsaw. That's as good as it looked and sounded. This is a city that takes food very seriously. It's a pool of meat juice, I think, is their secret. And today we're going on a Portuguese street food tour to eat some of the tastiest sandwiches.
Tu come aquilo ali, velho, a mulher botou o peito da galinha e depois jogou assim o sebo da galinha guisada no pão. Tu come isso?
Sandwiches in the city.
Bravo.
We'll also try a beloved dish that's undoubtedly the king of all sandwiches. You barely even realize that there's bread in the sandwich. Whoa, that's like one massive piece of pork. I don't think anything else will warm you up like a francesinha. Get ready to discover why Porto has some of the greatest sandwiches in the world.
Tu mora em qual cidade, Pitelo?
Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens. Welcome to the
Ah,
beautiful
mulher e o
city
filho dele
of
lá atrás.
Porto in Portugal.
Tu mora em
This
Porto
is
mesmo?
one of the sandwich capitals of the world.
Tua casa é essa aqui, Pitelo? Brincadeira. Eu pensava que tu tava morando em Garcia, não sei porquê.
And today I'm hanging out with Andre and Ricardo from Taste Porto, who do some of the best Portuguese food tours in northern Portugal, in Porto. And so we're in very, very good hands. They're extremely passionate about authentic Portuguese food, and we have a lot of sandwiches to eat. So we're getting started right now. Andre, Ricardo, very nice to meet you. What's the plan for today?
So we're gonna start with breakfast. We're gonna go to an old tavern
Amanhã
called
tem
Chico
RPG,
dos
hein,
Presuntos,
Tito?
and we're gonna see what delicacies they have there stored for us today.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much.
Alright, tá, son. Casa dos Presuntos Chico.
Welcome to Chico dos Presuntos, old school tavern at the city, where people just crash here for these sandwiches and snacks. And they have two things that they're really known for. They're presunto, so smoked ham sandwich, and salpicão sandwich. It's, I'm gonna call it a pork neck smoked cut that comes layered like ham, really thin. This gigantic sandwich, and we're gonna go for that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, this place is amazing. Step in here. There's a few tables along the side, but it's a lot of people just stand
Yeah, the
at
counter
the
is.
bar counter.
Suki, sentamente
the
suki.
thing.
And the aroma immediately in here, you just smell the aroma of the ham, which is,
Opens the appetite, huh?
oh man, yes. That makes your mouth water immediately. And so these are all hams that are hanging here, and that's what they use.
And they're not just
Tu
for
come essa
display,
linguiça podre
they're
também, Vitado?
for use as well. And you can take a sneak peek at the sandwiches already in the back. Those are the presunto, so the ham that he has up here. And just take a note at the size of the layers there.
Yeah, that's a nice ratio.
Tu não curtiu muito não salpicão? Rapaz, presunto e parma é um negócio maravilhoso mesmo, velho. Olha lá, ó. Tirou o cunhão do touro lá de cima. Caramba, tu come cunhão de boi, bicho.
That's his own signature house wine. Okay, and we're gonna go to the table over here in the back.
Ei!
And
This is the
my
Se aquele vinho ali de mesa for o mesmo que o Pité comprou pra mim, é bom demais, viu, velho?
gigantic.
É muito bom, meu irmão. Jefão, você tá bem, Jefão?
Okay, the cross section. Oh yes, look at that ratio. All pure smoked ham. And actually, is there anything else on it, or it's just pure smoked ham?
just ham.
bread, ham, no seasonings,
Ele
no.
tá dizendo que é
So that's like
só
totally
literalmente pão e presunto.
All right, cheers to begin the sandwich tour.
Cheers. Okay, let's go.
Rapaz, os guia turísticos devem comer pra peste, velho.
Oh wow.
Como começou.
So
Oh,
soft and
uau.
tender.
Oh man.
I think there's 3 pigs here.
In one piece of bread.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh,
A nossa.
a nossa.
Ô, Pité, por que falar nossa?
Oh, it's a little bit bubbly.
Vai ter sim, Jefão, vai ter.
Easy just to
That goes
Watch the
great
palate.
together. Great together with the ham. And I think what's amazing is the bread is it's crusty but really light. So it just kind of cradles the ham.
Ah,
And then because there's
entendi.
no other toppings, there's no other ingredients in it.
É porque se eu
just
tivesse
only
lá e não
focuses the
soubesse
flavor on
isso
the
aí,
ham.
ele dissesse
That's
a
all
nossa,
you're
dizer a
tasting.
dele.
I mean, that's all you need when the ham is that good. so many layers. Cut thin, but then so many layers, like at least 20 layers of ham in there. That is so good.
Eu esperei algum paulista aí dizer, aqui em São Paulo tem isso também, mas a gente faz com mortadela.
Would this be common for breakfast, all times of the day, for night?
All day long.
Any
Até
24
terminar
hours
aqui
a
os
day?
reacts. Não tô com horas não. Vocês sabiam que o Gringo
so
Pimentas
what
ele tem um
exactly
restaurante?
is this
Se eu já comi cuscuz
type of
paulista?
meat?
Não.
Marbling, it's just
Yeah.
gorgeous. Look at
And
that.
that crust,
Yeah, it's
that
gorgeous.
complexity.
Mild in texture, intense in flavor.
Okay, it's so good.
E a gente
And yeah,
toma
once you
água
get
de
to that
coco,
meat,
né? O
The
finalzinho.
fat and the skin has a little bit of a chewier texture. The meat on the inside is just so tender. Truly just spectacular, natural ingredients. And then also a little espresso for the day as well.
Would you like yeah. Well, would you like an espresso?
What a spot, and so friendly. Okay, muito obrigado.
Água de coco só presta
Obrigado.
diretamente da fonte.
Obrigado, muito obrigado.
Eu vou mentir pra você não, viu, Lio Dragão? Eu concordar com você, até um cidadão aqui de Recife morrer depois de ter tomado uma água de coco com leptospirose. Porque no coco tava sujo com urina de rato. Aí eu digo, a caixa não vai ter rato, né? Então, tô bebendo de caixa, tá? Ele comprou em quiosque.
They're so incredibly friendly. Oh, that was so tasty.
Placed in front of the train station, which is really
Porto é
convenient.
cidade histórica,
When
Austin.
you walk in, just immediately feel the
Não,
flavors
você
in the
pode
air.
beber
The
água
aromas
de
are
coco,
just
Davidson.
tremendous.
Você tem que
Awesome.
saber só de onde
Spicy,
é.
though.
Oh.
Just to wake you up, okay?
Excellent.
Eu
Sounds
prefiro
great.
de caixa. É perto de onde tu teu trabalho, Pitero, aí?
Thinly sliced, and this is the main
Bifana
difference to
é
the things that
provavelmente
they do
óleo,
in Lisbon
pimenta
that
e
they
porco.
claim are
Porra, deve ser bom.
pineapple. This is the real
Deve ser
one.
muito
So,
bom, véi.
Thinly sliced, then marinated for long in wine, garlic, bay leaf. Some,
Dá pra ir de boa pra
smoked
Portugal. O seu RG vale lá.
Yes.
Se não me engano, a carteira de motorista também. Agora.
For long in those pans. But
Wow.
the sauce, the ingredients that I shared with you, well, they're my view into it. To know the full recipe, you have to marry them.
É umas lapas de pão francês da gota, velho. É uma folha de
Oh,
louro.
that
Tem
smells
louro,
so
anota
good.
aí.
The tender pieces of pork, the oily juices. Oh, with the dip. The dip at the end. Oh, beautiful. Obrigado.
De nada.
Okay.
Right. All right.
Ih,
And that's a
tem uma sopa
green
ainda.
soup? Oh, so the kale goes in raw.
A couve.
Okay, the kale goes in. And then the broth. The potato broth. Okay, very nice.
É uma sopa de batata,
Ok.
velho.
Obrigado.
When it's well prepared,
E com uma
it comes with a
fatia de
side of
salame.
This is broa de vinhos. This is a corn and rye bread, and that thing is just
Que
it's
isso, Pitelo?
crusty on the outside, but it's doughy on the inside. It's just
Nice,
delicious.
okay. All right.
Porra, aquilo, Pitelo.
The whole thing goes in.
Deu a pega. É pequenininho, né?
Obrigado.
Obrigado, Linda.
Okay.
Hey.
É muito massa o cara ser guia turístico, pô. O cara passa o dia todo andando e comendo.
Oh, wow.
É bom o
So that-
espectro.
Spicy cake.
Meu favorito é branco.
Kind of at the back of your mouth.
Tudo lá leva
Yeah, then you
pizza.
do
Leva
taste the chili,
pizza é foda.
the
Tudo lá
spices
leva vinho,
in that
né,
secret
Rafael?
liquid, braising liquid. And again, the bread
Literalmente
just
é
collapses.
um dos
So
maiores
soft, so
temperos
juicy.
de lá,
And the
pô. É
pro move is
vinho,
when
né,
she
velho?
dips it into the oily juice.
Of course.
Eu falei
That-
pizza,
To
pô.
burn the lips.
Demo.
Eu queria dizer vinho, é porque eu lembrei de Itália. Olha o filho dele passando
It's
lá.
amazing that the bread remains crispy, but kind
Os
of soggy
panados
where
são
the
sempre uma
juices
folha de
are, but
A4.
perfectly melts together. The beverage of choice?
Yeah, beer.
Não, nunca não, machista.
Wow, that's good.
Gostou não? Nota
Okay, then we
4?
also have a few more dishes to try here. Oh,
Isso é...
wow.
Ah, isso é
In the same
miúdo!
juice.
Isso é só
And-
moela,
Oh,
pô!
Proper cutlery
Oh, yes.
with napkin included.
We got a special
Caramba,
treat.
velho, é um prato só
Let's
de
go for it.
moela. O tempero da
Juices
moela da gente é
as well.
melhor? Pô, o bicho ia comer o papel, calma, gringo.
Wow. Oh,
Oh, uau.
Mas foi o que eu disse das bifanas, mas as
Moela
moelas também
é
estão,
bom
estão uma
de tudo
delícia.
que é jeito, velho. Só não presta podre.
Hã?
the crunch of the kale. And the kale is not overpowering. It's not too green tasting. Has a nice
Meu irmão,
crunch
na
to it.
moral,
It's really
parou.
like hearty and warm.
Olha o careca olhando pra ele, pro prato, pra ele, pro prato, pra ele, pro... O careca foi um cara crachá aqui, velho. Presta atenção. Quando ele começa a comer, se liga. Esse aqui vai ficar fazendo um cara crachá de meia hora, velho.
Go for
Agora, se liga.
So it's a
Ele vai
potato
estar
broth,
conversando
but the
com um
kale
amigo
is kept
dele.
separately, and then it's raw actually when the
Aí, velho, ele vai estar conversando com o brother dele ali alguma coisa. Tipo, aí, quinta-feira, tá de pé aquele baralho mesmo?
This is my first
Ritinha
time to
disse
try
que ia fazer uns
Portuguese
petiscos
caldo
pra
verde.
gente. Não, beleza. Aí vai olhar agora, se liga, ó.
Delicious. Oh, the thickness of the
Caracachá.
broth. The crunch of the tail. And the tail is not
Caracachá.
overpowering. It's not too green tasting.
Caracachá.
Has a nice crunch to it. It's really like hearty and warming. And you've just got a little bit of the flavor of the meatiness from
Tudo bom,
the...
meu?
Is it a...
Chorizo.
Instead of adding salt
Chorizo
into the
é
soup,
linguiça
just
de
add
sangue, né?
some chorizo in.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Até agora tudo que ele tá comendo são sanduíches.
Thin, breaded,
Não, o Schnitzel é aquele maluco daquele desenho, Chowder.
He's in.
It's honey and grappa. At
Oh,
least
okay.
There will be more things in it. This is basically, we call it a digestive.
A digestive.
Yeah.
O que é isso aí, Pitelo?
It's still brewing inside on the glass.
Their friendliness and their hospitality. We weren't allowed to leave without a digestive.
Digestivo. O maluco ali arrepiou-se tudinho, velho.
Pacing.
Como novo.
Oh, it's good though. It is sweet.
É, pegar e largar, e depois o meu fígado.
Sweet.
Você não tem
yeah.
o meu fígado.
You really taste the honey. The honey.
Eu trago
Oh, yeah.
também.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah, it's good. It's thick too. It is good. But we still have a long day ahead of us. Muito obrigado.
Obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Ele não mostra não o rosto da dona, não?
Okay, Astro. Another just outstanding sandwich. The original Bifana. So we're gonna take the train into the town to the next place.
And we're going to get out actually on that famous train station.
Oh, okay, great. Extremely conveniently located.
Aumento de
right across the
salários e
street from the train
pensões.
station, so we'll just catch
Eita!
the train.
Olha o protesto!
Extremely conveniently
Basta de conversa! Aumento salários e pensões! Mudar de política! PCP! Partido do Corno Português. Ei, brincadeira, vamos embora.
located right across the street from the train station, so we'll just catch the train into the center of Porto.
Oxe, lá tem mais fácil. Partido Comunista Português.
Okay, and here we are. We've emerged into the most iconic train station. Beautiful.
Mano,
This one is the landing
last
when you
thing.
get into the city. You get out, you're immediately city's hearts and brains.
entendi. Meu amigo, é muita gente na rua,
Such
velho.
a beautiful city. Where, of course,
Na
when
verdade,
you're
muita gente na
walking up and
geladeira.
down plenty of hills. Perfect for food tours because you burn a few calories as you eat.
Desculpa aí, gente. Faz tempo, Spectre. Me perdoe, pô.
Oh, here we are. Okay.
Cervejaria Gazela.
Bom dia, bom dia. Man, this place is legendary and absolutely packed. This is their second location, but they have a bit more space here, and it's an absolute must that you sit at the bar counter.
Que maior.
Obrigado.
Que maior.
So, tell us about this place.
So it's very difficult to speak about this place. This is a place, there's one next door that is actually the mother of this one. It's
Okay.
a little bit smaller. And it's the place, when you arrive, you have to shake their hands. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you have to
Yes.
shake your hands. And there's always this friendliness and people just joking about everything. It's famous because of the hot dog. It's not a common hot dog. You're going to see it's a very different thing. I call it sushi because it comes in like sushi rolls. And one of the guys over there is the master. He actually cuts the bread blindfolded if you ask him. Really,
way.
Yeah, it's just crazy. That and beer, there's nothing better. So.
Awesome. Here's a fresh batch going in. Okay, so you can see it's a very thin slice of a sausage, plus some mincemeat sausage as well. That's in the center, brushed with butter. Oh, what a move! And then compressed and toasted. Oh man, that toasts until it caramelizes, then he puts on the cheese, and the griddle goes directly onto the cheese. So that's gonna melt, that's gonna brown the cheese.
Ele tá
on
fazendo
that hot
sacinho
iron
recheado
griddle.
porque os outros
What
estão vendo,
a
né?
technique. Oh, This is Porto UNESCO right here. Preparing for the camera. Oh, they're so friendly too. No. Okay, that's been toasted. Okay, now the top half of the bread comes on. Oh, and it's already been toasted, pre-toasted as well. You can see how crispy it is.
Tô tentando
Okay, so
entender
that
que
goes on the
porra é
top.
essa. É tipo uns cachorrinhos quentes panturrados. Não sei.
Oh. Ready. So ready. Oh, slicing? Okay.
Ô meu!
Whoa.
Machine gun! Falou!
Machine.
Mas eu não quero fumar não, cara.
The final step, once they're ready, he chops it up with his motor hands. He's like a hand chainsaw. He chops it up into bite-sized pieces onto a plate with a sprinkle of chili oil on top. Oh, that process of how they make it is incredible. And as I was watching him make it,
Ó o filho
one of
dele no
the
cantinho ali.
coolest moves he does
Do Pimentas.
is that he actually sears the cheese on that hot iron without the bun first to sear that cheese before the top bun goes on. That's impressive. And then also the slicing is also impressive where he's like a chainsaw.
Skills rápido.
Yes, and I'll be sure to let you know he has all of his fingers intact.
Cacete, velho.
He does.
Okay, we can't talk anymore. Oh, so they're like literally little
Cachorrinho,
bite size.
português e hot dog.
Oh, wow.
Eita! E lugar cheio pra peste, velho.
That's as
Renan.
good as it looked and sounded. Oh man. The bread, it gets at least 3 coatings of butter throughout the cooking process, which is all strategic as well. That's why it's so crispy. The linguiça sausage, the mincemeat sausage, the sear of the cheese. Oh man, that is something
Brabo.
spectacular. Oh wow.
Oh, uau. Briguem não,
as good
Nilson.
as
Mas saí lá entendendo sobre cerveja.
Shacker,
Eu
street
escutei
food,
muita história de um
fast food,
ex-piloto
as good as it gets.
civil,
Oh.
piloto de avião.
Cheers.
E escutei muita resenha de ver que era da bagunça pesada, velho.
Oh, that combination.
I know.
You guys
Mas
know how to do it in
luta
Porto.
não tive, não.
We do.
That is, man.
O Zé tava lá
I mean, it's
comigo,
not
pô.
exactly a hot dog. It's more than a hot dog. It's a magical Porto wonder. So this is their version of a prego?
You know what prego means in Portuguese?
No.
Nail.
Oh, really?
Basically like a nail.
Really?
The trick is they always get a rump steak. They beat it with a hammer just to make it ultra soft. And then they grill it. And then a little bit of pepper and salt at the end. Cheese, ham, and then bread, of course, the bun.
Okay. Yes. It's just packed in there. Oh, wow.
A gente tem que
Steak,
ver o
ham and
Recife
cheese.
Coffee mesmo.
So soft, so tender.
Amazing.
Tem muita
That is a
cafeteria pra
genius
gente ver, pô.
combination.
Muita
Oh man, you
mesmo.
really taste the meat.
A gente
The
escolhe
quality of the
algumas, né?
steak.
Porque
The
ninguém
cheese
quer
is
pôr
more
de
kind
rico.
of neutral tasting. It's
E
not
a
too
gente
strong and
vai.
not overpowering. And the ham just gives it some saltiness and some depth.
Oh, uau.
Oh man. The sandwich construction, the engineering of these sandwiches is just, it's perfection.
Fácil, pô.
Wow, that's good. Even though it looks small, it's kind of filling because of the richness of it. Narrowly tasty.
É, Portugal é um país composto de cerveja e sanduíche.
Some of the friendliest people. Yes, they're incredible. Oh man, stepping outside is like coming out of a movie theater. It's one of those, you feel like you're in another world. Oh, again, I mean, everywhere we've been, the warmth and hospitality is what stands out, along with the food, the sandwiches. That was
Chega
something
about
truly
20
world class.
This is Casa Guedes,
Casa Guedes.
famous for their pork leg sandwich. Right there, waiting
Massive.
for you.
Sanduíche de novo!
Pork leg in the cabinet.
And
Porra, é o Chaves, é?
juicy, delicious. It's an icon of the city. People will just
Conhece
pop in,
Gravatar, negão.
sandwich, either a
Inclusive,
glass of beer or
freestyle, tem uma cafeteria que tá no Recife Coffee desse ano e é em Gravatar. Eu digo, cara, eu saí de Recife, fui pra Gravatar tomar um café dos caras, caramba.
they have their own sparkling wine, their production. We're gonna try both to see how it goes. And I've asked for a regular one, which is plain, just the pork leg there, and then one with cheese inside. And then famous queijo da serra in, just to juicy up the thing.
Okay. Oh man, what an unbelievable process. He has
peste,
the
meu
entire
irmão.
roasted pork leg, and he just carefully slices
Meu,
off
isso
pieces
é
very
um
thinly.
pernil de
It drops
porco, pô, que ele
below
tá jogando na
into a pool.
manteiga,
It's
bicho.
literally a tub, a pool of the oily meat juices, which it then rests in, which it then absorbs, keeping it juicy as it stays there. The bread is toasted. You can get it with cheese or without cheese. And then he layers in that crispy pork, tosses on some of that meat juice,
Tá porra, menino.
and then squeezes it out before serves it on a plate. What a sandwich.
Cara,
That is-
isso deve
oh,
ser
man.
muito bom,
It's-
véi.
This is the ultimate meat juice sandwich. I'm beginning to realize that in Porto or in Portugal, you need a drink with every meal, a
You do,
beverage.
just to wash it down, really, because of all the spices.
E é álcool, viu, Pitelo?
It's a mandatory.
Ô, Pitelo, tu...
My liver and my stomach are having a debate. It's not at least it's a happy one.
É muita cachaça,
Debate to
Pitelo.
have.
Oh, really?
Oh, the oozy cheese. Okay, so they've taken roast.
O queijo tem cheiro de peido. É bom, mas cheira mal. Que porra de queijo é esse, véi?
Pork to the next level. That's a pool of meat juice, I think, is their secret.
It is. That sauce. It
A
brings
cafeteria
all of the
Doce
flavors
Brown, não
together,
sei,
I would
mano,
say.
tem que ver.
Even tosses some of the
Deixa
juice
acabar o
into
vídeo
the
que eu abro
bread
aqui.
before kind of wringing it out a little bit, so that all that juice sticks into the bread before putting it onto your plate, and then he gives it a hand
Queijo de
smash
ovelha.
as well, which is also a very cool move. We got two different versions. One is just the pork. One is with the cheese, which has started to literally liquefy with the heat of the pork. So, should we try maybe the
Let's go-
original
yeah, the
first,
first one-
before
yeah.
we move on to cheese?
O outro maluco só foda-se esse hambúrguer. Eu quero tomar meu vinho aqui de boa. Meu espumante. Se eu já fui pro circuito do frio, não, mas tenho vontade.
Oh, wow. Almost like a confit of pork.
I
With
know.
all that juice. Oh,
Oh, that's success right there.
if you drip a little bit.
Look at that.
There's actually
All
almost
those.
two kinds of pork that I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's the crispy bits on the outside, and then the thin tender inside. Oh, it's just.
Oh, okay. So he takes a slice of it plus the drippings and the
Queijo
skin outer side.
Carlos Marzo.
Wow. Extremely tender. Like the pork is actually kind of lean, but that gives it the texture.
Eu vou fazer um
do wanna-
cafezinho já já, hein, Nilson?
Try some of this. Piri piri chili oil.
Okay, go easy on
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay, a little drizzle.
Ontem eu comi uma pimenta rabaneira que tava violência
Hã?
doméstica,
Oh, yeah.
mas tava bom, viu,
Oh,
velho?
that's so good.
That gets you tingling, huh?
That gives you a burst of flavor. Oh yeah, it's so fruity too.
It is.
It has this acidity to it. Here's another bottle he handed me. I'm not sure if it's the same thing or a
Probably a little bit more explosive.
more
Yes.
explosive.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Don't shake, don't shake.
Oh,
See that?
oh wow. The piri piri just takes it to the next level.
No, it does.
Oh, well. Let's have
Well,
a sip
let's-
before we move on to the cheese.
Palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser.
A nossa.
I know
A tua? Oxi, lá ele.
Oh,
Wait. Fresh, light,
it's
foamy.
refreshing. Yeah.
No.
No, it's a
Okay.
sparkling wine.
Yeah. Brut. Made just for them.
Nice, nice. Okay,
No.
we have the cheese version. Just look at the way the cheese has just melted, stuck together
O queijo
with
virou
the cheese, but oozy.
queijão,
Oh, so
derreteu
oozy.
todinho, velho.
Oh man. Oh. That gives it another dimension.
It does.
The creaminess.
And the cheese is not bland at all. The cheese is quite intense.
But so creamy.
Yeah, but it's not overlapping there. It's adding an extra layer of flavor.
Yeah, definitely. And richness. And calories.
The good ones, though.
Yes. Much
Ele já
needed
comeu, a
calories.
gente já assistiu já, Matheus, ele na Bahia.
Oh, yes.
Comeu pimenta e ficou, oh, uau, oh, uau, ai, oh, uau, uau. Quando eu vou patrocinar uma viagem do chat pra Feira da Foda, olha,
That is...
o Rafael Lima que tá aí no chat, ele foi pra Feira da Foda. Eu tô esperando até hoje ele mandar os vídeos que ele fez lá sobre a Feira da Foda e ele comprou uma camisa pra mim.
That's actually like...
He's just shied off.
Oh, man.
He's just shied off. I'm gonna use a little bit of mine.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, man, that just, yeah, tingles your tongue a little bit. The condensed flavor of the chilies. Oh, wow, that's outstanding.
Não, Feira da Foda não é swing a céu aberto não, Daniel.
Even if you inhale
É
a little bit,
cordeiro no bafo.
you get some of those chili fumes kind of going to the back of your throat. Oh, that pita pita is good. Wow, and what a sandwich. Ooh. I'm starting to warm up.
Huh?
I don't know if it's the pita pita or the calories, the meat sweats.
Yeah. They're coming.
We're quite a few sandwiches deep so far. I'm very happy.
O bicho comeu pelo menos uns 8 pão hoje.
Another absolute
Comeu,
sensational
né, véi?
landmark, an institution. Why is Porto such an incredible sandwich city?
Porto has a big connection with industrial period, and with all the industry settling around Porto, there's a lot of people that will live outside of the city, would come to work, and then at the end of the day, before going back home, they needed something to eat. And then this is basically a trial error thing. You try to put something on a piece of bread, and things work. I always think about Darwinism of food.
Okay.
That is, some survive, some don't. And today the examples we have was basically someone tried to do
Darwinismo da
something
comida é
and
fogo.
comes from very humble origins in places like this that now they are getting a bit upscaled. But the places where we've seen today are basically the reflection of something that is very pure with very simple ingredients.
É realmente, os caras só foi em lugar humilde aí mesmo. Os caras só foi em lugar humilde, a gente tem que ser sincero.
Working class families, they needed options. These places, a counter like this, maybe a couple of wine barrels in the back, maybe even some beer back then, and then these sandwiches being prepared. And you would arrive at a place like this, sandwich, glass of wine, and off you went. And today, you still feel the echoes of such tradition because these places are still all over town.
Oh, that was another spectacular sandwich in Porto. Oh man, one of the great things about Porto is you can be so productive on a food tour. There's so much food in such a small amount of space. And our next sandwich is just a 5 to 7 minute walk away. Gives us plenty of time to burn at least 3 calories before the next sandwich. Well, I hope you're enjoying this ultimate sandwich tour in Porto, and we're beginning to realize why it is the sandwich capital of Portugal, one of the sandwich capitals of the world. And we still have a few more sandwiches to eat, including the king of all sandwiches. But if you're enjoying this video, please remember to give it a
Não,
thumbs
vou
up.
não.
And also, I'd love to hear your comments in the description box below. Okay, we're just arrived to the next sandwich.
So we're now at Casa Expresso. It's one of those places that I feel at home at. They change the daily specials, but their petiscos, their tiny plates, are just delicious. But coming here for one of their main courses is just worthwhile walking all these 7 minutes to arrive here. It's an amazing venue.
And they have sandwiches here, too.
And they also have sandwiches. Actually, we're gonna try one of the
Pô,
sandwiches.
o cara
and
andou
a few other
7
there.
minutos e tá reclamando, pô. E grão de bico eu já não gosto. Me chame de fresco, me chame de chato, mas grão de bico não é comigo não.
Isso aqui, ó. Rojão.
Oh, the braised
Papa de
meat.
serraolho.
Oh, it looks like a liver sauce almost.
Soup.
It's a soup. Okay.
Yeah. Meat.
Caramba, velho.
Okay, okay. Soup, okay.
Thank you.
Porra, é aquilo.
Whoa.
Rojão.
Massive piece of pork. Can I slice it? Oh, it's tender. Oh,
Caramba,
you
velho.
can
Tá
feel
aí.
the oils
Agora deu fome, velho.
squeezing out. Oh, we gotta look at that cross section.
It's almost like pulled pork.
Yeah, it's melting. It's melting.
Oh, damn, it can smell delicious. My soul is so happy.
E o coroa no lado com o vinho dele. Não larga, não.
Oh man, that it's so melt in your mouth, tender. Absolutely melting.
It's so good.
Oh, the fat has just absorbed into it.
Ah, food heaven.
Sandwich heaven in Porto.
This is rancho. This is one of their daily specials. Rancho is a chickpea stew with pasta in, all kinds of pork cuts here, fat, chorizo as well,
Nice.
carrots, bacon.
Is it pasta as well?
Yeah.
In there? Thank you. All right.
Enjoy this.
This looks warming. As it looks, everything just melts in your mouth. From the pork to the pasta to the chickpeas.
Ô, Peter, como é que a francesinha desse lugar não é tão boa, mas os caras estão dizendo que o prato principal do lugar é francesinha?
Oh. It's a harmony of mellow, comforting flavors. And pig. Oh, that is deliciously warming. And hearty. And every now and then you get a bit of a piece of pork. Some cartilagey bits.
Lucifergos.
Some crunchy bits.
Exatamente.
That's outstanding.
This is one of my favorite.
Porque querem comer de graça. Porra, aí é
This
fogo.
is a thing that brings a lot of polarity into tables because you either love it or hate it. And
Pô,
to do
Pitero,
it
com
properly-
todo respeito, tudo que eu tô vendo em Portugal aí é muito gorduroso,
Steak,
velho.
okay?
So, a liver steak with a lot of onions.
É um bife de
Oh,
figo.
thank you.
The onions are
Figa da
actually
cebolada, né?
eliminate a little bit of that rusty flavor that
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. The hint of sourness from the vinegar. The onions have a little bit of a crunch to them. So sweet.
Francesinha não dá não.
Yeah, it's not really irony at all. It's really sweet. A little bit crumbly. Absorb the flavor of the onions. That is another delicious dish. For our next sandwich, I think we have reached the pinnacle. I don't think it gets more unbelievable sandwich than this. This is the king of all
Ah, aí foi pra outro lugar comer, entendi. O golfinho. Meu amigo, é só o... Meu irmão,
Okay, linguiça. And this is the
e na
sauce.
moral... Ô. É proibido air fry em Portugal, é, velho? Pelo amor de Deus, bicho. É muito sebo, meu irmão.
and then it's almost like a soup when you put it on top of it.
Okay,
And most of the people not only do the rump steak, if not with the whole pot.
the fried egg.
Because the egg yolk is going actually to bring some extra.
Ah, diga aí,
French
bicho.
fries.
Até na chaleira tem sebo, pô.
That's coming out of the oven. The cheese has melted. That goes back to the other side of the kitchen. Oh, the fried egg goes on. The proteins just never stop.
Ela cozinhou aquele ovo com
Oh,
água?
wow.
Minha avó fazia isso.
Oh, the sauce. Wow. Okay. Complete?
Vi ainda não, Mateuzinho.
Obrigado. Wow.
Here we go.
Mark, meet Francesinha. Francesinha, meet Mark. Francesinha has everything in. So in between two loaves of bread, you get grilled rump steak, a fresh sausage, linguiça, then ham, cheese, covered with melted cheese, fried egg on top, a side of fries,
Não, aquilo é
and
água.
some extra sauce
Minha avó
because
comia,
you
tinha que
will
comer
need extra
ovo
sauce.
assado,
Oh,
assado
man.
com água.
Oh, what
It's a
a...
light,
Por causa do...
500 calorie.
Ricardo knows
Cara, tá
already,
com
he's already
bronca.
pouring on more sauce.
de colesterol.
Floating island of
A floating island, I like that.
The floating island. The
And
food.
Ricardo, what were you saying is mainly in the sauce?
So there's a lot of ingredients in it, but
And it's mostly a secret too. but-
everyone has its own secret. In this place, actually, the secret is not going to be passed on soon.
Oh man,
Ô, Peter, vamos ser sinceros, isso aí é tudo mentiroso, né, velho?
just oozes out.
Os caras quando não sabem o
Mas essa-
ingrediente, não é porque é um
A daily
segredo.
meal in Porto?
Vamos ser sinceros aí.
It used to be a weekly meal.
Night wine?
Not today. Actually, I was told already when I got inside. You're missing your practice.
Okay, so you get a bite section with a little bit of everything.
Nadvine, muito obrigado pelo seu segundo mês de sub, velho. Tamo junto, negão.
Собака стримелементас педиу юморализи.
Nunca vi não, que Night Will, mas a gente pode ver um momento.
12 meats, really let it absorb that sauce. Oh, the steak, I almost forgot about the steak.
Oh, don't forget
The
about
cheese.
Steak, steak.
You gotta like soggy texture, because this is.
Oh. Yeah, that's the epitome of a soggy sandwich. That's so good.
Sanduíche de soja.
Yes. Okay. And then, once you have a little space on your plate, then you start loading in the fries.
Tá
Like there's
porra,
always more
menino.
sauce.
There should be.
Não é melhor de beber,
Oh,
não.
there we go
Bota
for
no
the
copo
fries.
aí o
Things
molho.
could not
Bota
get
no
better.
copo.
You've still got the crispiness of the fries,
Oh, damn.
the starchiness of them, but they just start to absorb that sauce with that tomato, with that complexity of the wine. Oh, that's so warming, calorie rich, and just fulfilling to the max. Oh, what a sandwich. Like, you barely even realize that there's bread in the sandwich. It's just overpowered by the sauce and the meats. Oh man, that's as good as everyone says it is. Would you say this is one of the prides of Porto?
É
Well,
sério?
definitely. Whenever we think about Porto, there are a couple of things that come to mind immediately. And this is number one on my list. It's just, it defines, it's not just the food. It's the fact that you have to have it in a place like this, with a counter like that, sit down with your friends, or just on your own, sitting at the counter, asking for one of this, and then just talking to whoever's next to you. And that's Porto right there.
When it's dripping full of sauce, you know that's a good bite. I don't think anything else will warm you up like a francesinha. That is
Francesinha.
superb. It's like really every protein you can imagine, all combined between two pieces of bread, toasted multiple times with cheese and fries and just a warming sauce. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Oh, when you get some drips down the chin, I think that's the only way to do it. Oh, a soggy sandwich has never tasted so good in your life. Oh, wow. Thank you. Obrigado, obrigado.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, it's been definitely a rainy and cool day in Porto, but we have most definitely figured out the secret as to why Porto is such
lugar
an
bonito.
incredible
Lugar
sandwich city.
bonito.
It has to do with the history, trial and error, testing different combinations, and let me tell you, they have figured that out. It's one of the great sandwich cities in the world. I want to say a
Lugar bonito.
huge thank you to my friends Andre, Ricardo from Taste Porto. They operate the best Porto food tours. Highly, highly recommended when you come to Porto.